now, like, since I've moved out here, I keep having these random fears of, like, even I'm sitting here on the second story right now, by the front door. I imagine like a black bear climbing up, somehow finding a way to climb up the side of the house and just peek his head in here. And I'm like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean?
You're fine, man. People from the south that go to California have the same worries.
Yeah.
Like when I first moved to California, I was paranoid about earthquakes, like 24/7. Like every time I felt the washing machine come on, I was like, "Oh, fucking earthquake! I better fucking hide under my bed or something." Like, it was stupid.
That's funny. It's like stupid. It's funny because I grew up in California, so like my family used to always be like we would be like, oh, aren't you guys worried about hurricanes and tornadoes and stuff? They're like, no, those are not a big deal. Aren't you guys worried about earthquakes? And we're like, no, fuck, what does it matter? Like, it rarely happens. When it happens, you don't even notice it. And so it's kind of like that thing,
I mean, I've seen the same thing in people that moved to Oklahoma. Every time there's a tornado warning, they want to jump in their bathtub with a bed on top of them and fucking. Like, I'll be that jackass, and it's like, there's a tornado warning, I'm going to stand on my front porch, I'm going to try to spot that motherfucker and watch it, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, I hear you, brother.
It's just different perspectives. It's like whatever you grow up with, whatever you're used to.
So do you mind if I use your name, because I started recording?
What? Yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude.
Okay, so this is my good friend, Mr. Vandershoot. He's part of the United States military, a person I respect very much, and he is joining us on the very first actual episode, not episode 0, episode 1 of the Whiskey and or Beer podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Pimpson, and let's have at it.
First name's Christopher. I prefer Topher, but hey, whatever.
Hey, whatever. And so, you've been traveling a lot with the military and stuff, and I was sheltered in California for a very long time. So coming to Missouri for the first time was such a huge culture shock for me. How is it for you that you have to constantly go to different places, and how's the culture shock for you?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's constant for me. Like, I've been to Guam and I've been to Las Vegas since I've been in the military. I mean, I'm sure you know about the whole Guam fiasco.
Oh yeah. Thing, we won't talk about that here. It'd be interesting, but I'll keep that on the down low right now.
Well, I mean, no, everything's done right now. Like, I can say whatever I want about it.
So you can actually speak on the Guam thing?
Yeah.
Would you like to talk about it?
I mean, I've already received my punishment for it, so why not?
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. So let me go ahead and give a little bit of backstory. So Chris here, he was in Guam, he's stationed in Guam, and he had a little bit of a good time, and he had a little bit of too much of a good time, and at the expense of his own demotion. But go ahead and take it from there, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know where to start. I went to a strip club. Like, I was already drunk this one night, and my friends they convinced me to go out to the strip club. Like, I really didn't want to go, but they convinced me to go, that kind of thing. And once we got there, we found out it was $1 tequila shot night. I should have known to fucking stop right there and just go home. But my friend, I'm not gonna say his name or anything, but he decided it would be a good idea to buy $30 worth of shots at one time. So 30 shots. There were 4 of us there. 2 people there swore that they couldn't drink tequila. And yeah, the rest of the night's pretty much a blur. Like, I remember going to the champagne room, but by the way, there's no champagne in that room, just so you know. But yeah, I remember going to the champagne room, and I mean, to be honest, after that, everything's a blur. I woke up the next day in my hotel room. I was just thanking God. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. It's like, you did good, man. You made it home. You're not in jail or anything right now. And then a few hours later, I got a call from Citibank, which is like the government travel card bank, and they were asking me about some charges that they thought were fraudulent, and yeah, it was downhill from there.
Oh yeah, and so what eventually happened in your if you can talk about that with your military demotion?
Yeah. They took a rank from me. They took a rank from me. They sent me home from Guam early. They put me back in the dormitories on base here. Like, I used to live off base before I came back, and they put me back on base as a punishment.
That's always fun, living in those dormitories.
I couldn't be trusted to live on my own because of that one mistake I made, which is fucking stupid to me, but whatever.
Hey, but you know what, dude? It was funny. Come on, you can't fucking admit it wasn't funny. I mean, it took a demotion, but I find that shit hilarious, and I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it was an epic night, man. It really was. Like, would I say it was worth it? No, but it was an epic night.
That's where you really got to look at it, man. And so, have you been much into music or anything lately, or are you still jamming? Because the way you and I met was through actually playing local shows in these local bands, and we played shows together.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. Ever since I've been in the military, I've just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, to be honest, like tonight is the first night that I've learned a new song in like 2 years.
For real?
It was, it was a song by Scars on Broadway called "Guns Are Loaded." I don't know if you ever heard that song or anything.
No, I haven't, but it sounds like Guns N' Roses. So I was like, sweet, cool, sweet name.
Yeah.
I'm old guy.
It's a really easy song. Like, I learned it in like 10 minutes. It's like I haven't lost any of the skill that I have. I just, for some reason, I lost like the urge to play.
Yeah,
at the time too, I guess.
I hear you on that one, man. The main reason that I guess that I lost my fucking urge to play, and it kept happening because it was like, it seemed like every few years, you know, I'd be in a band, we get serious, shit would fall through, and I'd be like, man, I'm not doing it again. Someone calls you up and it's like, oh, I'm getting this band together. You get back into it and you start doing it again, then it falls apart. You're like, man, and again, I'm just like, I'm not doing it again. It's just like, it seems like no one wants to keep doing it the way that you want to do it. Like the way I feel. Like everyone always says, "Oh, I feel like you, bro. I'm gonna do it all the way through, man. To a fucking big, bro." Like, I don't care about getting famous or big, but just having fun playing. Yeah, so like I always want just to have fun playing.
Yeah. It's like everybody has your back until you ask them to fucking have your back, and then they're just like, "Oh no, I got this thing going on or whatever." But it is what it is. Like, life got in the way for me too.
One of my favorite people, I don't want to get too much into his personal life, but Mr. Zach, that guy, man, he's really done good for himself, and I'm proud of that man.
Oh, Zach Mulder?
Oh, I wasn't going to say his name.
Nah, I'm sure he wouldn't care, man. He's like, I'm fucking proud of Zach, dude. He's a good ass dude. Like,
yeah, he is. He's one of the best young men I've ever met. And the thing is he's not like one of those idiots that like, because I'm older than you guys by quite a bit. You know, a good like 10, 15 years or so. And so, I'm old. I'm not going to date myself on a podcast.
I'm 27.
Okay, well, I'm older than you by quite a bit.
That's good enough.
I'm not gonna date myself on the podcast. But no, I absolutely.
My hairline's worse than yours is, and I'm younger than you.
Well, they can't see your hairline in the podcast, though, so at least we got that.
Well, they can. I did that. Okay. Yeah, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, man. That's what we're here for. We're free form. We talk about whatever. But yeah, Zach, he's been one of those good guys. He took like the advice of the older guy, you know, and I gave him some advice, and he took it to heart, and he applies it, and then I'm very proud of him. That's, you know, I'm very proud of him. That's all I gotta say about him, you know. So very happy for him.
That's the thing about like young people these days. Like they don't want to fucking listen.
No, absolutely not. Oh, the whole everything about anything nowadays. Like I can be like the whole Kavanaugh thing, the whole Trump thing, the whole freaking this thing, the whole Ben Shapiro thing, all that. You can talk about people all day long, and everyone has a problem. They call them things that they're actually not, and it goes both ways. But it seems like it's really the left pushing to the right.
Yeah, that all comes down to young people. That they form an opinion. It's like, boom, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm right. No, fuck you.
Yeah, it's like facts don't matter when they don't realize that facts don't care about your feelings.
They don't realize that like the difference between an opinion and a fucking fact. It's
there is no your truth. There is simply facts and fiction. And you know, I don't fault the young people, like, and I know it's really people like to really love to blame the generational gap and all that stuff. I don't really like to sit there and blame them. I just simply think that it was the people that raised them that caused it.
I mean, like you said earlier, there's people like Zach that disproved the whole thing. Like he's a younger guy.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are exceptions, and Zach, he's definitely one of the exceptions. He's a great kid, and I mean, I absolutely love that guy to death, and you know, I got his back. You know, There's a lot of people, like, I have a lot of people that used to be friends and I'm no longer friends with, and I have no interest in talking with them, speaking with them, or anything like that. But Zach is one of those people that absolutely, anytime he needs something, if he needs it and there's something I can do about it, I got his back.
Yeah. So just a random thing here, like, have you been following this whole
Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem you talking about?
Yeah, he fucking read my mind, yeah.
Oh, you went, because I can hear you said MG, but I heard the stutter, so I was like, oh, MGK and Eminem?
You fucking drunk to say it, right? Yeah.
No, it's okay, man. Dude, freaking, I'm just sitting there going, like, these motherfuckers are lucky. They're MGK is lucky he's going after Eminem, and Eminem is lucky he's going after freaking MGK. You know why? Because there's another guy in there that you shouldn't mess with, and his name is Weird Al Yankovic. If any one of those guys ever tried to diss Weird Al, they would get tore up. He would just be like, oh, Amish Paradise, bitches. He'd just tear him up, man. You don't even want to mess with, you don't want to mess with Weird Al.
I mean, I feel like Lil Dicky could too. Like, not that he's a better rapper than Eminem, but I just feel like for some reason Lil Dicky would just like tear him up.
I don't know who Little Dicky is.
Oh, okay.
Is he that young kid that was like a YouTube sensation for a second there? Like he was like, no, the fuck you didn't.
He's a white rapper who looks like Adam Sandberg with like kind of a Jew bro.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my buddy had posted about him, and like, okay, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
The name I don't recognize, but the face and the when you said the Jew fro, I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
No anti-Semites here. We love you guys. We love everyone.
I didn't say anything bad about the Jew pro. He just has a Jew pro.
I know, but for some reason, it seems like nowadays you have to always give like a little bit of an explanation before you even say anything.
Yeah, you're right.
Or someone's offended by something. Someone's probably offended by the fact that I said they might be offended by that.
I'm offended that you're offended about possibly being offended by that.
I'm offended that I might have been slightly offended by someone being offended about a thing they might have been offended that I might have been offended about, and it's just a vicious cycle.
Bro, that offends me.
What? What the fuck am I talking about? You know, I used to fucking just tell dick and fart jokes all the time. Gee whiz.
Offenception.
Dickception, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I'm hearing somethingception.
So where are you staying at this point?
Abilene, Texas.
Ah, Believe, Texas. You don't know though. It's classified.
No, I said Abilene, Texas. It's like kind of like West Texas.
Oh, like in Fairfield.
It's like on the edge of the desert in West Texas. It's just a bunch of mesquite trees and cactus out here.
That's good fun. That's got to be a lot of fun.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
My favorite part about Texas is getting through it, because it always seemed like no matter where you were driving, well, probably because I drove back and forth from Florida a lot, and so it seemed like we're driving from Louisiana and all that. You go through the states real quick, but when you get to Texas, it's like, where are we? Still in Texas. Fuck! I don't have any problem with Texas, but
Texas is fucking huge. It takes 12 hours to go from east to west Texas, and it takes like 12 hours to go from south to north Texas.
Fuck.
It's a fucking big thing.
It's like almost like the going from freaking like Fairfield and Vacaville and stuff to like Los Angeles.
Well, it's like when I drove to California, it's like I get to California, like as soon as I cross like the Arizona-California border, I still have like 12 hours of driving left to go. I have to go through the Central Valley and all that shit.
Oh, yeah. Man, that was the worst part of the fucking drive here to Missouri from fucking Rio Vista in California. It was like, it was raining a little bit, which it never rains in California, but of course when we're leaving, it's raining like crazy. And we fucking got all packed up, and we're driving, we get down 5, and then we start getting up into the mountains. And once you get into the mountains, the wind is just going batshit crazy, blasting.
Yeah,
Barbara drives one of those tiny fucking 3-cylinder smart cars with rear-wheel driving, so she's getting all over the road, and I got my dogs in my back of my little Nissan Versa, fucking hatchback, fucking driving fucking 2,000 miles.
Going backwards, like he's in drive, like has a chip forward. The car's going backwards, trying to go up that hill.
Yeah, dude, it was just so like ridiculous. Like I'm glad we made it, I guess, fucking. But I mean, gee whiz, she championed that out, and we have some issues with a certain tire company that they put new tires on our car and they really fucked something up. So I'm not gonna name names or nothing, but we're gonna have a discussion with them about it. It's upsetting.
Yeah. But dude, like when I drove to California, I remember like driving down this mountain hill. It was a slight left curve, and I had my wheel turned to the left because the wind was blowing so hard, like trying to blow me off the road. Like I was on a left curve, turning my wheel to the left so I didn't blow off the right side of the road just for the wind.
Oh, fuck. It's brutal, man. That drive, especially if the wind is blowing, because you get way up, like, you know, because we're I'm not sure if you're from there, but where we met, at least in the, you know, the Fairfield, Vacaville, and Sassoon area, like that's all like sea level. And then when you start getting up to those mountains, though, leaving that area, the wind is insane because you're way up in the mountains, and the wind is just knocking you around.
Like I even remember where that happened to me. It was like Grapevine. I think it's the Grapevine area, somewhere around there. That's where it happened to me. And like I'm turning in the opposite direction of this fucking hill so that I can stay straight on it. That shit was crazy to me.
That's awesome.
Man, I lived, I made it, whatever. Done.
It's brutal, man. The drive, the whole fucking thing. Like, and I mean, I'm not sure, because we talked about that earlier. Is the whole culture shock to me was just like, holy crap, people were so much nicer out here. But then I'm like, after I've been here for, you know, a good like 6 months now, I'm like, okay, you guys are just nice to your face. You know, everyone's still the same. We're all still assholes. It's just, you know, some people are nicer. We're all still assholes. Doesn't matter where you come from.
It's like when I moved to California, I'd be like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? And they're just like, oh, fuck off. Like, oh, yeah, fuck you too, bro. It was kind of refreshing in a way. It's like everybody was honest.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, that's something to look forward to. At least they're going to be a dick to your face. It's like if you ever meet like a racist person, you almost want them to like immediately just say it immediately. That way I know who you are right away, you know, or anything else.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like people in the South are still like a lot more nicer, even if you don't think they are. Like,
they are. No, I'm not saying they're not. It's just that I'm cynical, so I assume they're being dicks.
oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm from California, so I'm a cynical prick. So that way when I come out here, I'm like, oh, you must fucking be a dick or something, or you're just being nice because you have to, or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, but I have to ask where you live. Like, do people just like randomly wave at you while you're driving down the road?
Oh yeah, and I'm like, I'm a dick. I'm like, I don't like fucking. What do I have to wave at every person that goes by? Hi, hello. And I do that, but I'm like, yeah, I know, I don't have a problem with them. It's just like, I'm that cynical prick where I'm like, well, why you have to wave at me?
That's because they live in the middle of fucking nowhere, and every time they see somebody, like, oh, hey, it's a person. Hi, how are you doing?
Yeah, it's gotten to the point to where I can be sitting on my porch or even sitting in my house. I hear a car going by, and if it's a car that lives nearby, I know what car it is. I'll be like, oh, that's a yellow Ford Focus. And it goes by, yep, there it is. Like, oh, this is a gray Nissan little bucket-looking square car. I don't know what it is, but I know this is this little gray bucket-looking Nissan car. And he's like, and I'm like, there it is, yep. And they're, whoa, I'm like, oh.
That's my neighbor from 3 houses down, right there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where they're from because I don't know any of my neighbors, so I don't know any of them. Well, my wife met one of them, and they're all really nice people, but my closest neighbor is maybe a mile away.
Yeah.
You know, and so all the surrounding property around me is just livestock property, and there's no livestock there. And so it's strange. It's completely different from my old house in Rio Vista that my bedroom, one of my bedroom windows looked directly into the kitchen window of my neighbor's house, like 3 feet away. And I was like, oh, we're just like, hello. Like, sometimes you can't help but just like kind of nod, like, hey, we both just made eye contact. You got to nod a little bit.
Yeah. Now you go outside with the AK-47 and empty a whole fucking clip. Nobody will even hear you, right?
No, it's a magazine, sir.
Whatever. Clip goes in a handgun magazine.
We're going to get so much hate mail for that now. At least one email. That's a lot. That's a lot for a podcast that has no viewers. Well, so far I have 2 viewers, so Hi, two people.
I assume I'm one of them, so.
Well, you're number 3 then.
I don't know.
You're number 3. It's okay. Hey, you can be the third comment and win the goddamn freaking. So every single episode, I like to have this contest.
You already told me what you're drinking, so I can win that shit.
Well, I know, but then. Okay, never mind. You can give up. Wait, no, we can't because we. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stop saying that there. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and advertise the contest here. So every single episode, the podcast is called Whiskey and or Beer, and the idea is you need to guess whether I drink whiskey, beer, and or both. And the third comment on YouTube gets to win a random item from my house. It could be something that's worth something, or it can be something that's worth jack shit. Who knows? That's the fun. Please enter and enjoy. All right, continue.
I know what I'm drinking. Here.
Well, yeah, they can show that, but you can't say what I'm drinking. You can't say what I'm drinking, but the answer still is the same from the first podcast because no one did the third answer. So I'm going to cancel that one and just bring it on to the actual first episode. Episode 0 only got 2 comments. Episode 3, if you get more than 2 comments, remember, guys, it's the third comment. The third comment is the one that gives you the prize. So make sure that if the third comment is the right answer, that's when you win the prize. I'm going to trash my listeners. All 2 of them. Or 1.5 of them. And one of them, his name is, I think one of the names came up here is Shroomy, like something Shroomy. Well, Shroomy, get the right answer. It's the third comment, Shroomy.
Did I tell you about the guy who got shot in my town recently over like a dispute over some garbage?
You got a dispute over garbage?
Yeah.
I realize as I'm getting too close to the mic, I have to back away again. I'm doing that thing where I'm getting too loud. I'm kicking the feet. Yeah, I know it picks me up from here.
Good to me. I just feel like in my city, like some guy got shot by 2 people because he was throwing garbage in an alleyway.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. It's freaking that father and son.
Yeah,
one had a shotgun, one had a revolver or a pistol or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man, because I watched the video and I saw the guy was being extremely aggressive, and the camera goes out of focus after the first shot is fired. And
I mean, here's the thing: they were both on public property.
Yeah.
In Texas, that's the thing. Like, they were on public property. It doesn't matter who was yelling at who. Like, whoever shot that guy, they're going to fucking prison for a long time because of that. Like, if that guy would have been on their property, like, it wouldn't fucking matter, but they were on public property. Yeah.
Since they were on public property. Or was it public property or was it community property?
Either way, it wasn't private property. That's the main point.
Yeah, I don't know if it makes a difference. I was just trying to make I was trying to bring something different in there.
I mean,
it's so sad.
It makes a difference.
I watched the video, dude. It's pretty brutal because the wife of the person who got shot, she's filming the whole time, and when he does get shot, like, it kind of goes out of focus, and you hear a couple more shots, and it goes out of focus again, and you just hear her screaming for screaming his name, and it's chilling.
I didn't even see that. Like, the video that I watched, like, she didn't say anything. She was just like filming the whole thing. Like, I didn't hear any screaming or anything. Maybe you saw a different video.
Oh, I saw a different video, dude. She was screaming his name after he got shot. She was like yelling his name, and then it was like it was super chilling, dude. And
so you saw like the live leak version or like the real version. I saw the shit that gets cut off right after he gets shot. Like,
oh no, my shit. Like this is on the Blue Lives Matter Facebook. They had posted it, and then so I saw it. Like, it was almost like right after it happened, and right after they at least posted it, and so I was able to see the whole thing, and it was chilling. It was kind of like I felt for the lady immediately, Like, I can understand, like, to a certain extent, the guys that were there that had the guns. You know what I mean? I can feel to a certain extent. I can't.
I mean, that dude who got killed, he had some balls. If I had two people standing with guns in my face telling me they're gonna shoot me, like, no, oh, my bad, okay, I want dump track there.
I think everyone in that situation was wrong. I think every single person in that situation was wrong.
You're right. Like, nothing was right in that situation at all.
And it made it really scary because, like, that's how quickly things can turn around. And how quickly you can lose your life over a mattress. That wasn't even worth it, man. It wasn't worth it in the slightest.
Yeah, I mean, two people are getting fucking manslaughter or murder charges now over it.
Yeah.
They prove their fucking point.
Like, I don't know. Like, that's one of those most difficult ones. I couldn't be on the jury for that one, man. Because I don't know if I want to go for, second degree murder, first degree murder, or manslaughter. I just don't know. You know, it's a tough one.
I'd say second degree murder. It wasn't pre-planned, but they did murder the guy.
Is Texas a stand your ground law? That's the only one I don't know that or not, but
they weren't on their property though.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, shit.
They were in a fucking gravel driveway that shares their houses that's connected to streets on the outside.
Basically, yeah, the best way I look at it is whether the guy was throwing a mattress in there, whether he was allowed to or not, because the story is he put the mattress in there, they took it out, he put it back in, they took it out, and then when he was going to put it back in again, they confronted him. It was over a mattress. Like, fuck. I would have never brought my gun out. Like, I would never bring my gun. I'm sorry to interrupt you, man, but I would never bring my gun out over a mattress.
I mean, at the same time, I feel like those guys are just like really drunk or something. It's unfortunate on both sides, either way.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, it's a very unfortunate situation, and I hope justice is served because I don't know where to go from there.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, man. I mean, it seems like cut and dry to a lot of people, but to me, I'm just like, I can't. I just don't even want to. I don't even want to touch that with a 20-foot pole, you know?
Yeah. The guy who dumped the mattress, he wasn't exactly like compliant either. He was fucking yelling at them like, "Oh, shoot me then!" He was like daring them to kill him.
Yeah, I know, but then also they, because. If I were to say I have to lean towards any direction, I would lean more towards the two assholes with the guns. I know that seems terrible, but like just walk away and call the police or something like that. If they're walking out there, because I'm not saying that I'm on the sides of the guys with the guns. The two guys that came out there pissed off over a fucking mattress. I'm just saying I'm leaning more towards their side of like they're gonna win this argument, so you need to be smarter about it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, who killed who? That's pretty much what it comes down to at this point.
Yeah. A lot of, and that's one of the things when you go on to like the one of the most amazing places in the world, social media, and you go on there and you read the comments, and it's like, Jesus! It's like some of the things they say. It's like, that's the most toxic place in the entire planet is the comment section on anything.
I mean, it's toxic, but at the same time, once in a while you see that good comment of somebody who's like really smart who like puts things out there. I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, no worries. All right, we're gonna take a break, and Chris shall be right back. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I can promise you, I've repaired enough jets to get more than 75 confirmed kills. Just from the fact that I've repaired the jets that have done that,
But you got those fucking idiots that are sitting, going around claiming, "Oh, I got fucking 75 confirmed kills," and it's like you're wearing an Air Force hat with a Marine Corps jacket and a Army Ranger jeans or your pants. I don't know. I'm not in the Army.
That's the thing with my job. It's just like I have confirmed kills like that have helped like other pilots get like under my belt, but at the same time, like some of those people are kids, dude. Some of those people are like 10-year-old kids.
Yeah.
I have literally like put my hands on a jet and fixed it so that I can kill kids. It's fucked up. I fucking hate it.
Um, just let you know that you are being recorded.
Yeah, I know.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, I just want to make because I hit the record button. I turned off my mic and I'm just like talking to you on the mic on the thing. I'm a Bob here. I just want to make sure that like when you said something like that, it was okay for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking truth. I don't care.
It's wild, man. Like, but you also have to think about how many missions that those planes that you repaired actually did good for a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, like for the most part, we do good. It's for the most part we kill the people we want to kill, but at the same time, there's that fucking 10-year-old kid standing next to the guy we have to kill. Shit,
I'm gonna sound like an insane cynic here, and I've always admitted to being a cynic. You know that.
Yeah.
But I almost say, fuck that kid. Not like I hope that I wish that kid can have a great life and all that shit, but also at the same time, like if he's sitting there, you know, a combatant possibly, I don't know. It makes you like I don't know how to really come at it, but I'm like, fuck that kid.
Just wrong place, wrong time. That's all I can say.
I mean, I think of it this way: is if like say we were being invaded or something like that, um, I would fight next to my father and next to my brother, my older brother, and stuff like that. I would attempt to be a soldier.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I mean, I'm sounding really bigoted here or something like that. I don't even know what I'm. I'm just saying like it's like combatants. How can you determine who's the combatant? That 10-year-old kid can also shoot at you, try to kill a soldier.
It's the same 10-year-old kid that has bombs strapped to him.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks. It's a fucking kid, but at the same time, it's the same kid who's gonna run up on you with fucking bombs strapped to him.
Yeah, and that's pretty much my point, but you made it better than I did. It's just like you never know, and like you don't want. Of course, nobody wants to kill a kid. Nobody wants a child to die. It's terrible. But when you put yourself into that situation of being a combatant, like there's not much you can do.
Yeah, exactly. Like our enemy employs 10-year-old kids to fucking kill us. You have to see it in that sense.
It is a brutal sense. But it's a factual thing that we have to deal with, and I mean, you guys have to deal with that, like, because I'm saying we, but I mean, like you guys have as soldiers, this is something you have to deal with all the time, and it's a brutal thought, but it's almost a necessary evil, or is it not?
I mean, as much as I hate to say it, like the kids are gonna die. They're gonna take they're gonna take our people out with them.
And it makes it a little. I mean, this is a tough conversation. This is not an easy conversation to have, and this for anybody.
Yeah, I know.
It's a very deep conversation, and like you really have to think about your words and what you're going to say. But yes, these are children, but they're also combatants. It's like back in the day when children used to work in the mines and stuff. Well, sometimes in some places out there, it's still the same way. And if push came to shove out here, I think it would be the same way too. We would have our children fighting too if we had to. If we're forced to.
Yeah, I wish we could take these kids from the Middle East that are like charged to kill us. I wish we could move them out here and like give them the best life that they could have.
That would be something.
These kids, they have no choice in this matter.
There's the difference, yeah.
They get bombs strapped to them. They just fucking it's fucked up, dude.
It's deep, man. Fuck. That is something to really consider. Like, if they just had a better option,
us and try to fucking bomb us. And I can promise you that like, the Air Force, like when kids like run up on us, like they do the best they can to like not kill that kid. Like it's a child out there.
It's pretty fucked up, man.
Yeah, but that's the enemy. That's one of their best tactics that they have is like sending children to us to fucking blow themselves up.
To really pull your heartstrings and show something that the West considers of being, a child, like being something worth something, instead of just worth them just running over and giving their lives away for nothing.
Yep. They tell the kid, hey, if you sacrifice yourself for a religion, then you get fucking 70 or whatever virgins and all this.
Yeah, like 72 virgins, and it's like the problem is they misread it, and it actually meant 72 Virginians. And so it's just George Washington and shit just kicking the shit out of them when they die. And you son of a bitch! Fucking eat a dick! Yep. I know I stole that joke, but fuck you. I'm gonna move on. This shit was getting too dark for us.
Yeah, you're right.
But it was okay. It's okay though.
Fucked up, man. It's like I just work on bombers. I feel this shit like it's on a crazy level with me.
Mommers. What is mommers?
Bombers.
Oh, bombers. I think you said mommers like a grocery store. Like, you work on bomber. Bombers. Yeah, those things that go boom. Yeah, fuck. I guess I should have probably got that one. It makes more sense.
Yeah, I'll work on your bomber tomorrow.
Go for it, man. She's an angry bitch. It'll be more of work on your part.
Oh, shit.
So you gotta really want her, brother. You gotta really want her. But hey, it was great talking to you. I think this is a good part to end the podcast on.
Yeah.
We got dark. You want to end it with a joke? Do you have a good joke?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, tell us a good joke. I'll tell you. You tell a joke and I'll tell a joke.
Oh, you want a good joke?
Yeah, give me a joke.
Okay, so I was fucking my sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh yeah, you fuck just like dad does. And I was like, oh, that's funny, mom said the same thing.
Oh, but then fucking dickhead.
That was bad.
Holy fuck. I have one, but it's a Jew joke and a Holocaust joke, so it's probably not appropriate. So we'll end it there.
Not right now. Not right now.
Not right now. All right, buddy. I'm going to go ahead and just end this here. Bam. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Hey, cocksuckers. Third comment on the YouTube video of what we were drinking tonight is the right answer. Fuckers.